A new subscriber. Prepare for battle.
Time to play B-sides. Time ain't on my side. Time I'll never know. Burn out the day. Burn out the night. I'm not the one to tell you what's wrong or what's right. I've seen sons of wild freezing and lives that work through. But I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Burn out the day. Burn out the night. I can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living by giving the devil his due. And I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. The Queen of Light took her bow, and then she turned to go. The Prince of Peace embraced the gloom and walked the night alone. Dancing in the dark and light, seem to have more. The Dark Lord rides in force tonight, and time will tell us all. Throw down your blindfold, rest no stranger than before. No comfort here, the fire at night.
They're counting on you. Against all odds, we've made it this far. But we both know that the old ways aren't going to work this time. This journey has changed us, changed you. But it's not over yet. You need the right tools for the job.
Trollord Games, join the fray. 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 Trollord.
Hey, what's up this morning? Did Grace do the video that was recommended by? No, that was Davis's, one of his daughters, his older daughter, I think, that did that. I think if I remember correctly, maybe. I think so. I think it was Sophie. I can't remember. I don't know. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, and we're here. And guess what? The Hobbit has showed up with food. Yeah, it's been a crazy morning this morning. So, lots going on. Let me catch up with Chad here real quick. Say good morning to everybody. Let's see here. Wolf Alone rolling in there. DM Chris, good morning. Sparky, good morning. Jeff, Death Angel Shadow, good morning. Good King and I, good morning to you. Captain Red Wolf. Let's see. Tail Puller, what's up this morning? Captain Red Wolf, already said your name twice. That must be a really good captain. Ray Tails, 11. There's 2 streams today, Ray. Don't be confused. We're all elderly. Get that. So there's one for my normal show, and then we're doing a special AD&D one at, I think, 11. That's what they've got. So I'll be doing 2 streams today, running them at least. I won't be in that one. I'll just be running it. Got work to do. Hey, what's up, Russell? Good morning to the beautiful people. That's right. Fine line. Good morning, Chris. I've already said hello to you once. G Mark, what's up? Let's see. It looks like Wolf already clarified. Thank you, Wolf. I'm just catching up here. Tarva, good morning. Coop, good morning. Look at all these Troller Games. Good morning. Oh, it's me. Hoyt Paris, good morning. Magger, good morning. Sparky, Kev Con. That's right. Battle of Evermore. Who couldn't like that shit, right? That's so good. Dude, I wish I could do a stream where we just hung out and did music for like 3 hours. I'd be in so much trouble, but it'd be fun. It would be a lot of fun. That's right, the box. That's right, Wolf. Mordreen, good morning to you. Real long shot. Let's see who else is crawling in here. Lasso Lessons, good morning. Let's see. Savage, good morning. Narg, is it time for your meeting yet, Narg? Mm-hmm. Minto, good to see you. Happy Friday. Look at that. Here I am. Alan Rowe from GMS. Good morning, Alan. How are you doing? There's a shout out for you, by the way. Most of the packages for the EU and for UK are done and out for the ABP. He just told me this morning, so very few left to go out the following next week, and then we'll be done with it, I think. Hey, Mr. Chris, what's up there, crafty DM? Good to see you. I was stalking around in your Warrens this week, looking at some stuff, checking in on you. Hope you're doing good, buddy. Rogroth, good morning to you. Great to see you. T-Bird, what up? Good morning. Looks great this morning. Everybody's rolling in here this morning. Flamesinger, good to see you. Let's see who else is in here. Let's see, anyone else? I think I'm at the end of it. We are doing a giveaway. So, oh, look, the food approaches. Thank you, young hobbit. You just got to throw that young in there. Right? So anyway, yeah, so lots to talk about today. I'm very excited. We've got the campaign going on. It's doing well. What's up, Lucius? That's right, Led Zeppelin. Yeah, I love rock. We all do, right? Anyway, let me try to focus here. So we've got a giveaway going on. If you come over to twitch.tv Troller Games, you can get in on the giveaway. We can't do it through the interwebs, unfortunately, but we have a bot over here that records your name. You just come over and give us a follow. Twitch.tv/Troller Games. Exclamation point raffle will get you in the drawing, and you can certainly go back to whatever platform you're watching on. And we give the codes away in Discord, so you don't even have to be here for that. You just have to be online watching when we give them out. That's all. Anyways, that spiel out of the way. We're here to talk about the campaign today for Castle Zagyg. I'm a little concerned. We're doing great, but there are a lot of backers still. We're waiting to show it back the first one, and I don't want them to miss out on all the goodies for the second one. There's been some good stuff going on, but we got a lot of crazy streams going on in the next few days. I want to make you guys aware of all this. All right. So today at 11 a.m. Central, Steve and Davis will get on and reminisce about AD&D days and talk about the campaign and take more questions and talk about a lot of AD&D because, you know, they had to pretty much pull Steve away from AD&D to run CNC after the game was made, right? So you got that going on. And then, no, I won't get smacked on public. She'll wait till I'm off camera. It keeps the lawsuit down cheaper for her. You know what I'm saying, right? Anyway, you know, country girls are. But where was I? So we got that stream at 11, mine now. And then Monday, we're going to have a stream on Iconic Productions channel on Twitch. They'll also be on YouTube, I think. And it's going to be Luke, Gygax, and Steve talking about the campaign and taking questions about Gary. Then what's really cool, they're going to raid into us Monday evening. And Luke's going to play as a guest player in the game that Jeremy's been running for us for the staff for Castle Zagyg. And so we might get to see Luke Gygax die by the hand of his father. That would be awesome, right? So that's going to be really cool, right? And then Tuesday, we're going to do our normal AMA with Steve, right? And then we're going to raid into Jay, Lord Gasumba, and he's going to have Luke and Steve and maybe me on. I'm not sure if I'll be on or not, but we'll be on. Somebody will be on talking about all this. And then Wednesday morning, again, I'm going to have Steve on with Bill Sylvie talking about the teeth of Brackenschnauer. And maybe we might even get Davis on. I'm going to try and get him to get on too because I think that would be a lot of fun. So that's what we got going on up till the finale, which will be next Friday, right? So we've got a lot of stuff going on, lots of good stuff, lots of giveaways, lots of fun. And we just want to kind of celebrate the whole week with you of getting this stuff out to the public and seeing Gary's work, you know, put out. We're just so pumped. I'm pumped anyways. And it's Friday. That's another good reason. Because next weekend, when they close out the campaign, I will be here. I'm not going to be at the actual stream next Friday. I will be traveling down to Knoxville, Tennessee I'm a guest for Baron DeRopp at Green Dragon Fest. It's a little gathering they do down there for folks that like to do the experience thing. It's in a little hobbit village. It's really cool. But I'm just looking forward to getting away from work because you guys know I've been chained to the desk. So thrilled about that. So there's all the crazy announcements going on right now for all the streams and everything. Let's check stream again, see if there's any questions going on before we dive into whatever we're going to dive into today. Let's see. So lots of good news across the board. I'm so glad we got the 8 Adventures back to pick out to all the rest of the folks over in Europe. Alan, that's fantastic, man. That's fantastic. Let's see. I spent a couple years as an online DJ playing traditional style heavy metal. Yes, I remember you telling me about that. I hope you have a well today and the tea tastes better today. Well, the tea's not arrived yet, but I don't think she's going to put coffee grounds in anymore. We'll see about that. Yeah, it's going to be we're going to have a lot of fun streams going on, guys. I'm real excited about it. And let me plug real quick. We do have the Summer of Siege going on. So if you want to email Grace, she can get you hooked up. If you want to be interested in, running something for us online, it would be great. Later in the year, I'll have more information coming out in May. We're going to do a mini con in the Discord this year. I'm going to make it happen. So some of you guys that may not want to stream but want to run games, I'll be putting some stuff up where you can get a hold of. We'll be setting up something where you can enter in and run some games in the Discord. We're going to do a thing. We're going to do a celebration of Siege in the Discord this year as well. And I'm going to have people coming in running games alongside me and Steve and Davis and whoever, Grace, whoever. We'll try and get everybody to run games for the company if we can. I'd love to see everybody run one game and then playing some games, right? And you could all hang out in the Discord and hang out with us, and we'll do some giveaways and, I don't know, delve into dungeons, right? Burn down forest. No, I'm just kidding. We don't want to do that, but you know what I mean. So that's coming up too. So I'm very excited about that. What's up, Kothar? Good morning. There's Jeremy in the chat right now. Good morning, Loquacious. Good to see you. Good. Turbo, what's up? Good to see you too. Everybody's around here today. It's a fine, fine morning. You're going to hide at the studio with 2 guys if you're in Knoxville. Alan, I probably won't because this is when I get down there, I'll actually be working the whole time. I'm running games and stuff. It'll be nice just to get away from this desk, you know? So that's what I'm looking forward to. But it'll be fun. But no, I don't think I'll have any time to go over to that warehouse. I know I've been there once. I think I told you about that. But that was back when I first met Shane from Pinnacle. Yeah. He lives over from Wise, Virginia, or near me, sort of, but he lives out west now. But yeah, good group of folks down there. I love Pinnacle stuff anyway. Deadlands, Reloadeds. I love Deadlands. Anyway, I'm babbling. Let me go over here. I'll pass me on my honey. He might be here. Yeah, Captain, it'd be great. I mean, we want to have as many games as you can there and just have a lot of fun. You know, we don't really have any goals. My God, the tea has arrived from the Hobbit. You see how good she treats me, folks? I tell you, I have no reason to be. Not thankful for her. That's for sure. Yeah, but anyway. Oh, there's my black pepper. I was looking for that. It's been hidden. Gotta have black pepper. She's fixed me a lovely breakfast here, courtesy of various restaurants around town. She was doing errands this morning, and I was in a meeting, so lots to do. All right, let's see. Savage Worlds. That's right, you foggy. Look at JW rolling in here. What's up with you? Or JM, JW. Who's the W? Figure that one out. Let's see. Hello from Canada. What's up, Alexander? Good to see you. Dragster, good to see you rolling in. Taco Loco, what's up? Good to see everybody this morning. So yeah, so if you got any questions about the campaign or anything else going on, hit me up. Normally outside the campaign, we do a little bit of hangout chat and we talk about what I'm working on, which right now is, bye, see you later. Thank you, honey. Right now is basically, sorry, she was asking me some last minute information here. Hello from North Kakalaka. JYD was one of my favorite wrestlers. Oh, Ken Langley, how are you doing? Ken Langley. That name rings a bell. Yes, it does. From North Kakalaki. I like North Carolina. I live in Virginia and Tennessee at the same time because I'm a traveler of time and space and I live on the border of both states. So I get to go back and forth. But North Carolina is probably one of my favorite states because it's got Appalachian Mountains, Smoky Mountains, and then you've got the ocean. You know, it's Virginia's like that too, but I don't know, something about North Carolina. It's just a beautiful state. You know, just they've still kept a lot of their forest. So, Mech Boy, good morning to you. Good to see you. And we do have a raffle going on, guys. Hop in if you can over here on Twitch. While I see what my dog is up to. When he starts doing stuff like that, I get suspicious we've got a mouse around or something. I don't know, you know. Yeah, good to see everybody in here. So, my plans for Green Dragon Fest, I thought I would share those with you. I'm going to be doing, I live in Bristol. That's right, Mordreen. Rock on. Yeah, so the plan for this is, the adventure is part of my Inclunade stuff. This is going to be a different adventure. Instead of you being designed around you being from Inclunade, this is going to be more for folks who are wanting to learn what it's like from coming from the main continent of Aird. So it's going to start off with a nice, gentle shipwreck. Yeah, right. I got my buddy Moxell helping me. We've made a few cool little adjustments and stuff, but they're going to end up, you know, shipwrecked on Inclunade on one of the outer islands, one of the barrier islands, and they're going to have to find their way into the jungles, fight off pirates, dinosaurs. I might even put in a slee stack. I'm thinking about putting a slee stack in. What do you think? Should I? Should we have that, or maybe Jeremy? What do you think? Perhaps intelligent apes. Maybe they have a whole hidden group of them there living in the mountain. I don't know. But pylons. Oh, pylons would be great for this adventure I'm doing for Inclunade at GDF. I'm going to take some adventurers and have them crack shipwreck there. But I don't want to do the stuff I've been doing. I'm going to do some new things, which is going to be pirates and maybe a dino, and then maybe either slee stacks or maybe a pylon would be good. Yeah. Gazebos. Yes, that's it, Alan. Gazebos. That's what we'll put everywhere throughout the jungle. Yes. They'll all be linked, and they'll have to go around and activate each gazebo. I mean, that sounds hilarious. Oh, Roanoke. Right on, Mordreen. It's close. Yeah. I wish we had Gord the Rogue stats included with the dungeon. Yeah, that would be good, Alexander. I'll put that down somewhere. Jeremy, you do too. We need to do something about Gord. I'm going to make a note of that because, we know it'd be really neat. I just had a thought about something. What if we could do like a release of stats on Gord the Rogue and all of his enemies for each novel? Now, that would be really cool. And even do some pre-gens. Just a thought. I'm thinking, Alexander, you got me thinking this morning. Slee Stack. That's right. Will and Holly will be there as well. Yeah, I hope so too. Ken. I don't have access to the books and thus cannot read them. Yeah, but Kuatoa are always horrifying. I think Jeremy, we ran into what? Deep ones, I think? The thinking before tea. Well, you've got a good point there, Captain Red Wolf. I've not had any yet. I probably won't just yet. She's brought me breakfast, and I'm going to sit here and eat it for everybody. I apologize for that, but I can't pass up breakfast. I just can't do it. I need to have it I'm a growing boy, and it's important that I get my nourishment, right? So what do you guys got going on this weekend? I'm sitting there flapping my jaws about all these streams and stuff. Oh, and Jeremy's in the chat, so he's going to be looking forward to DMing us or CKing us Monday night with Luke. I think you should bring Luke down quick. Punish him. No. It'll be interesting to play with him. I'm real excited about that. So that'll be fun. What's this happening at 11:30 Taco? That's going to be Davis and Steve on, just kind of helping out with the backer kit and also talking about AD&D. Davis has been wanting to do a stream, so we worked that out. They're going to get on and shoot the shit. I got a run to Walmart and Lowe's. Well, you should drive probably, Taco. I wouldn't run. I mean, not sure what kind of shape you're in. It would kill me, but maybe you could. Sick all the beetles on Luke. Luke gets attacked by a swarm of beetles. My CK and my gods, the Forbidden North campaign. Nice. The Forbidden North. That's fun. Just got the dark. You know what, Crafty? I just got mine in too. I haven't talked to Derek, but I got my dark space in. I backed it. Derek's always been a supporter for us and me, so I did, and I'm looking forward to running some of that. That'll be fun. I've played a lot of Shadow Dark, and it's all right, but sci-fi's my jam. You know that, guy, so I'll be playing some of that, I'm sure. It's going to be fun. Running Cincy Saturday Illusionist Tower. Nice. Aaron's already run. Chores finished play some RuneScape. Oh, that's an old school name. Working on getting the official studio set up gently so I'll wreck my bleaks again. Oh, well, we don't want that to happen. Ray says, I've been shrinking the last 2 years. 100 pounds and counting. Boy, I wished I could, Ray. Tell me your secret. Is it just starving yourself? I don't know. I go up and down on my weight. I don't know. I'm going to try to get hard to temp when I get back from GDF because there's going to be a lot of good food there and booze, so I'm not going to worry about it. But when I get back, I'm on the starve train again. Let's see. One of my first gaming stores is closing after 46 years. I started doing there when really, Alexander? That is crazy. I wish I could have a story like that. That's awesome. They've been around that long. It's a shame they're closing. No gaming for me, O'Neill says. O'Neill Flynn says, one for me, weekend I just got dealing with my mom. You definitely need to take some time for that. I'm so sorry to hear about that, O'Neill. That's my thoughts and prayers are with you, brother. That's never a good time. And the older we get, the more often we have to deal with death. It's really unusual how you start off so young and you're really not, according to the society you live in, you're really not brought into death as much. But as we get older, it sure becomes an important point in our lives, Again, thoughts out to you, brother. Let's see. Moose says, since Luke is playing, Jeremy should let him use his dad's character, Gordon Cannon. Jeremy, Modrine says, just use the orcs Jeremy used against them. I know, right? Just bring that brutal shit in there. Good God. Hey, Bruin God. What's up, Chris? Good to see you, buddy. Oh, my goodness. I tell you what. You playing some CNC tonight? All right, TRL. That's great, man. Good to see it. I keep seeing your name everywhere I go in these backer kits, by the way. All you guys. It's so funny when I see your names in there. I'm like, oh, look, it's Longshot or it's Bruingal or whatever. It's just funny. It's really cool. MJ Cook finishing up Winter's Bite. Love that adventure. One of my favorites. I love it so much. Hoyt Paris says, I'm running my monthly CNC game tomorrow. My group of 5 teens, preteens. Oh, man. And 2 adults will be tracking down the white boar of Kilfay, Dungeon Magazine. Nice. Through the reaching woods and forgotten realms. That sounds awesome, dude. I wish I could come and just watch them play. That'd be really cool. Oh, my goodness. Is Luke going to use a version? I don't know yet. Me and Jeremy's going to talk about it and see what Jeremy wants to do about it. We may have him roll up a character. Or, I don't know. That's up to Jeremy and Luke, I guess. Let's see. May you discover. Let's see here. Coming. Gazebos overgrown with vines. Each gazebo has a mostly ruined tome or letters containing cryptic clue to the island mystery. I was thinking about something like that, but I'm also thinking of doing just a straight up pirate fight with them. Seriously, just straight up pirates all the way through the jungle. You know, they can see the pirate ship. Their ship's wrecked, so they gotta have a way off there, right? So I'm thinking they have to go to the pirate ship. But I don't know. That also brought back memories of Saltmarsh in that pirate boat. Remember that, guys? Remember Saltmarsh and you had to get on the boat and all that? Sounds a little bit like that. So I don't know. I got about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. So Sparky, what are the odds Steve dies next week? I'd say they're high because him and Davis have an attitude, and I think Jeremy's Cutler. I think he's dialed in on this. They have an attitude that, they're just gonna go in and do whatever and be chaotic. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I know Jeremy. He won't put up with it. They'll die. So probably the answer is yes. No, Melf's all Luke, Coop. We have no control over any of that stuff or anything. I don't think it's even him. I think that's partly, it's all legal stuff. We have nothing to do with it. Hey, Queldrama. Good morning to see you, Devin. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, Steve was already decapitated, but he may do it again. You know they will, Jeremy. Jeremy CK's like I do. No tolerance for silliness. Nope. Jeremy will put them down. Did you forget the treasure map? That's a mimic.
Join the fray.
No, I forgot. I forgot about that. I'm glad you reminded me of that, Coop. I'm working on that later today. I'll have to figure that in too. That would be fun. Who doesn't like mimics, right? The American Dream. Oh, Jeremy, that's hilarious. Trying to get my thing here to work. Oh, that didn't do a good job. There we go. There we go. I got it fixed now. There we go. You do that. Something was acting up here on my stream. I don't know what it was doing there. It was weird. Okay, it's fixed. What's up, Side Guy? Welcome on in. Harsh but fair, like life. Only way to DM. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. I get hard with my guys too a little bit, but I also drink when I'm running games. Thankfully, Jeremy does not. So I probably get a little silly myself sometimes. If you want to mug at the camera and tell the monsters jokes, that's fine, but they may not find it amusing. Well, that's true. The orcs did not find it amusing. It was funny, Jeremy. The way Davis and Steve were laughing and joking. I'm going to go head in. And the way you described those orcs, I was like, they're going to get so screwed. And boy, you just brought it. It was awesome. Jeremy CK's like Conan's answer to what is good in life. Yeah, that's true. Alexander says there is a mimic that is the size of a small house, I believe, in some supplement. Yeah. I'm going to write that down if I don't forget, Coop. Mimic map. All right, I got it. Never DM angry or drunk. Well, the problem with me is I don't get angry very much. I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky guy. I try to be. But I do like to drink when I'm at home here, you know. But guys will always bring over usually some bourbon or something. So I've given away some really bad magic items over the years. And I've made some really bad choices on character development. All to their favor. So, yeah. I'm still paying for it. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. That's why no one has ever tried to seduce the monster nonsense at my table. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't really get too goofy either, though. I mean, we kid around and stuff a little bit, but the monsters are never goofy because they don't like it either, and I don't either. I mean, not much, I always DM angry. Boy, that should be your new catch line, bro. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. Lucius says you were the only. That jumped up here. Lots of people talking. I love it. You were the only survivor of that game. Your wizard kicked some orc ass. Yeah, well, I was smart. I had that invisibility spell tucked away, and I didn't tell anybody about it. It was just there, and I thought, I'm going to keep this just in case something happens and I can escape. That's the truth. I didn't want to. Because I thought I was trying to think of all the scenarios we would use it for, and I was going because I can only have like two third level spells or fourth, whatever it is, and third level, I guess, and then maybe that's the second level. Hell, I don't know. But the point is, I was going through looking at it, and I was trying to imagine what scenarios. You know how we do when we play. We always try to imagine what the DM's going to do. And I was sitting there thinking about Jeremy, and I thought, what is this guy going to do? And I figured he would put us in a situation where we might have to sneak around something. And I thought, nah, I don't care about that. Then I thought, well, wait a minute. What if I need to get out of a jam quick? And that's the only reason I kept that spell. Sure as shit, he brought in all those orcs. I was like, yes. Second level, okay, I couldn't remember. I knew I didn't have a ton of spells to pick from. My group and Jerry's catch fire shots. Always DM angry. Now I'm almost dangerous when I DM and laugh. Oh, so you're the worst when you act like everything's cool. I got it. Yeah, and we do a lot of Coop. We do a lot of crits and fumbles at my table because I love crits. I'm actually working on my new crit table. Actually, it's my old crit table, but I'm adding some more stuff in. The problem is I got my crit table too big years ago, and you know, it's great to have all these cool solutions and everything, but my God, do you really need 100 of them? You know, so I've been trying to skew it over and everything. So now about 80% of it is just a few results, and then the 20% is the meat of it, and that's where it gets into stuff like, you know, armor damage, weapon damage, body damage, you know, getting stunned, knocked on the ground, and then all the way up to like starting to lose things like parts of your armor, parts of your body, and then death, you know, that kind of thing. Lots of nasty death, different ways, beheadings, your face crushed in, you know, perhaps your foot was lopped off, you know, that kind of thing. So, now adding a slime romance angle. That's terrifying, Coop. That's all I'll say about that. It's terrifying. Sorry I'm late. Working its way. What? Oh, not much, Pastor. Good morning. Good to see you. We're just talking about Castle Zagyg game with Jeremy a little bit, and also talking about the game I'm going to be running next weekend down in Knoxville. So just kind of talking about games, what we're going to be doing. We got a bunch of streams coming up in the next few days. Watch for all that. Let's see. Langley says, Ken says, Chuck needs to write an update to the notes from a semi-successful player like in the very early Dragon magazines. Jim Ward had some fantastic ideas. Oh, that's interesting, Ken. I hadn't thought about that. That would be interesting. Notes from a because I'm a semi-successful player. I DM way too much. Castle keep way too much to call myself a player anymore. I do get to play some, but I literally, this is no lie. If you take a year's time, I bet you I only get to play maybe tops through the year, maybe, I don't know, 15 times. And that's the whole year, you know. I've got a regular game that is about every 2 months we play. And then I get to go to some cons and occasionally get to play. And that's about it, really, you know. I will say, while I'm down there at Green Dragon Fest, I get to play with, what is his name? David Wesley, who's doing Braunstein. He did that, the original Braunstein, the Castle Siege way back in the late 60s, early 70s. He's running that, and you know he's an older fella, so I'm very excited to be able to play with him. I've hung out with him a couple times and talked to him. I never got to play anything, and I get to play in that Siege, so that's going to be kind of cool. That'll be different. So yeah, some of that good stuff, but that's funny. I should think about writing that. Let's see. Do you have a crit fumble? Oh yeah. I've got a great one on there, and it basically runs 80% of it's just mundane stuff, basically just max damage and a bonus. But then when you get above 80, then you start getting into the double damage, and then eventually there's some triple damage with some death at the end. So it's kind of spread really thin there at the end, but I kind of wanted to do that because they tend to get a lot of critical hits. We use a critical hit system that I developed, and I don't even know, back in the 80s or something. We've been doing with it ever since. It's based off your attributes, just like everything is, right, in the game. So basically, as your certain attributes go up, like stuff for melee, stuff for ranged, and stuff for spell, it will affect your chance at a critical hit or critical failure or whatever. And so that's a little bit of a mechanic that we're used to here at the table. It's just a percentage. We like percentages, but you know, adding a ton of stuff in really makes that more weighty that I want for CNC and the Siege engine. So that's where I kind of cut it off at. Made it kind of pretty base, and then you go into all the crazy stuff after that. You know. Hey, good morning, Ed. Good to see you. How's it going, Fosco? Good to see you, brother. Can you post your crit table? Yeah, I will. Let me get it cleaned up and finished up, and I'll post it like I do my house rules. I think my house rules are... Do I still have my house rules in here? I don't know if I do or not. I don't remember if I have that command in here or not. I used to have my house rules, and they're sadly out of date too. They really are. In fact, when I type in the word house rule, they're not even coming up. That's how long I've messed with them. That is interesting. I need to revisit those docs, actually, guys. Honestly, that would be beneficial to me. I'm trying to find the house rule one in here, but we've got a few new house rules though. That I've not updated this document though. I don't think. Yeah, this hasn't been updated. Well, I haven't actually updated it since 2024, so if that tells you anything. But we do have a couple new ones. But if you guys want to see this, I will show this to you. Share it out here if you can see it this way. That's not it. Trying to make it shareable. It's not working for me though. I'll have to work it out. I had a link for that, but there it is. Yeah, that worked. So I'll put this in. I'll drop this so you guys can see the house stuff real quick, if you want. There you go. Let me catch up on chat real quick. And like I said, that needs to be upgraded a little bit too. There's been changing the books and stuff and whatnot. Let's see. Your notes. No one else knows that Catchfire is the best cinnamon whiskey made. No, I'm not a real big fan, Pastor, of flavored whiskeys, believe it or not. I mean, a little bit, but I can't get too much into it. You ever, let's see, what not using? Oh, I've got some stuff in my crit tables from there too, and Arduin. I use a little bit of that. I've got stuff from Jay, Lord Gasumba. I borrow from people. That invisibility spell may serve you well. It's only going to get worse from here. Jeremy, I know, man. You do not have to convince me. I know we're doomed. Okay, it's all good. And I'm not looking to escape. All I wanted to do was to see if I could survive outside of the rest of them. That was my goal the other night. I have no illusions about what's going to happen. Review of Monday Advanced Possible Deaths Monday suggested for TLG upcoming. Grace's Weird Mold Fanfic Romance. Oh, Lord. Sounds like the old Art and Grimoire crit tables. Yeah, brutally graphic. Brutally. Yeah, for sure. We used some crit and fumble tables from Ice's Harp game. Nice. Oh, I miss old Harp. That was a good game. I liked Harp and I liked Harn. Both those. You made me think about Harn too. God, that's a long time ago. I think Lando runs a Harn game. Chuck, can you post your... Oh, okay. I'm trying to remember the last time I played CNC. If you have been... It may have been with you. It may have been, Sparky. I don't remember. We need to do that again. Probably. Speaking of a catchphrase, who the hell designed the dungeon? All right, Coop. I'm going to have to get a bot command to save quotes. Is that what you're wanting? How's the Alchemist book coming along? It was doing all right until we got this campaign launched. And I've been so busy managing it because I have to change graphics out and stuff all the time. And, of course, when you get behind on that, you get behind on other things. So it's behind a little bit, but I'm okay. Once we get done with the campaign, I'll have the rest of this summer to work on. I'm not traveling anywhere much this year. We're not going to Gamehole Con this fall, unfortunately. And I don't think I'll have to go to Gen Con, so I'll have plenty of time to write. In fact, if I don't have to go to Gen Con, I'm going to spend a lot of that week while they're gone writing my ass off. That's the plan. Let's see. We need to fix... Yeah, we need to fix that. You're right. Only some death on the chart. That's right, Goki. You know exactly what you're talking about. Chuck, when I get my campaign going, you can come play. That would be awesome, dude. Yes, though, I'm happy and back in this CK seat with... Yes, you are. You're CKing again. I thought that was great seeing you stream and do that, dude. It's awesome. Hey, Jeremy, good morning to you. Good to see you. Alan says, I'm looking at a mechanic where any hit with depletes 50% of hit points is classed as a critical. So it's possible to deliver crit to a big beastie with a decent damage. Yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, my critical hits, we work both ways. In fact, I had a guy die last weekend. I guess you guys don't know about that at the game here. Sean, when I grew up these guys in the 70s, he was playing a monk, and honest to God, is my witness. This is what happened. He was I forget what they were fighting. They were fighting a wraith that was a warlock from the ABP. I made a warlock class up at a wraith, and this was a boss fight. And I rolled crit on him. I rolled a nat 20, and I rolled the percentile, and it was 0.0. And he just ripped him to shreds, man. It was awesome. He just sucked the life out of him. He just died. He threw his husk down on the ground. Now, there is a player in the group that does have a boon that I bestowed upon him for something he did that will allow a raise dead anytime. But he has to show up for the next session or it doesn't count. And then the guy's already got a character rolled up. He may not want him to raise him. I don't know. He was pretty mad. So we'll see. We don't have a ton of deaths, but we do have deaths. Because it happens, and they honor the crit tables no matter how they go, which is cool. Mordine says, was it ever decided to create a repository for people to submit their households? No, Mordine, but that's coming. I definitely want to do it. We're trying to debate. The biggest thing I want to do is whether we want to do, I'd love to put it in a book, right? Either in the CKG2 or have our publish a book. What I want to do is do a book that the community writes with us and then produce it. I think that would be badass, right? We'll see, but it's definitely going to happen for sure because I want to learn from folks, right? Now, you've borrowed some of those rules, right on. I mean, that's just System Shock rules because if you do damage. Yeah, and I do System Shock in my game. All I do, I just do 5 times your con. That's the percentile. So it's a max of 20, right? So that's 100%. So that's what I do if I want to do a System Shock. And I'll do System Shocks on certain things, particularly electrical, you know. Anything that affects the system, electrical-wise, I will definitely do it. And a few other spell effects, too. Typically stuff like natural, stuff like flame. I know lightning's natural, but still it's electrical to the system. Where I feel like flame's a little different. It's just burning flesh. So I don't really require for that. But now if they take like a massive amount of hit points, not 50%, but usually if it's like around 60, 70%, like a good chunk, I may have them roll too, you know. Excited to run some CNC on Sunday. The party's finally on their way to Greenbrier to get C1 started after a couple gigs, side gigs that fall in C. Oh, awesome, Ed. That is amazing, dude. Keep us in. Listen, we have a chat. We have a channel in the Discord called Tales of Adventure. Of High Adventure. Post your game reports there. I'm going to start posting mine again in there. I stopped. I'll start. But that way we can follow everybody's campaigns. I love that channel, and I miss us using it. But you know how it is. I forget about posting stuff. Everybody else does. We've got so many channels. But if you can think of it, post your stuff in there. I would love to read it. Please. My Wednesday night party made it out of the dungeon with some treasure, but they decided to hide what they could by burning it so they could go back in the dungeons of the treasure in the poison gas room. That was just they called drag and drop down on them. Oh, wow, dude. That's clever. You said you were going to use that. I remember you saying that. Let's see. Let me go down through lots of bot spam going on. If I am getting hammered with messages, do they want me for something? No, I don't think so. Donkey Juice. Yeah, we would be neat. Just a book of house rules. Yeah, I think that would be great, man. You know, I want to do something like that. I want to do it. Maybe we could try and do it as part of Summer of Siege next year or something. Not this year, but next year. We got so much going on this year. I don't know, but I want to do it, though. I do. Lightning's natural, but getting struck by lightning is. Well, there you go, Draxter. Good point. Good point. If they survive the knockout dragon and still decide to go back in the dungeon or decide they're going to run into a rival party. Yeah, I like doing that every once in a while. Now, the guys, whether we had the death this last weekend with the monk, they ran into an adventure party about a month or two ago, and they ran into them, but the other adventure party were all drow, right? But they were adventurers. And they ran into them, but they didn't talk to them. They avoided them because they're drow, right? So they avoided them. So they never discovered they were adventurers. And they come up with all these hypotheses that they were like high priests and all this, like a scouting party and all this. And it was literally just adventurers. But they don't know that. And I've not told them that. So now they've moved on and they've got this huge hypothesis. If they go back, they're going to uncover a huge cult filled with drow and all this stuff. And it was literally some adventurers. They were exploring some ruins that they were in underground. So it's pretty funny. I let them come up with their own ideas. Might use some of them. I don't know. It's a good excuse to bring back a recurring villain, Gnomish Illusionist. That's right. The old Gnome Illusionist. You can't pass that up at all. That's key. That's key for sure. Let's see here. Lightning's illegal in chat. Well, house rules and, crits and stuff like that, that's just natural, I think, for any kind of game that you're playing. If you want to really, homebrew it out into what you want for your table. I love seeing people do that. I'm not a big fan. I mean, it's okay if you want to run rules as written, and keep it that way. That's cool. If the game is worth its salt, you should be fine, even with a little bit of imagination, because a lot of people struggle with that, right? It's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just we're human. We all have different strengths. But I will say that if you can dip your toe into homebrewing and learn how to come up with new spells or a new monster, or even working on like a little area, or something where they're going to have something a little different from the normal rules, it'll really push you in your skills as a game master or a castle keeper, dungeon master, because then you'll start learning how to really create things on the fly a little better. You know what I mean? It's really all about just kind of training yourself and getting a little bit of time underneath you. And it's different for different people. I took speaking in college and stuff. I'm a natural speaker, so I can get up and talk to people. and it's a little easier for me in that way. But if you get me into math and numbers, I get down a rabbit hole, you're doomed. Okay. So there's where I fail. I mean, I'm really bad about getting distracted, looking up rules and that kind of stuff. So I try not to. So everybody, like I said, everybody's got their strengths, but I encourage people to homebrew and create your own things. Even let you players do it. Like my players at my table, when they hit usually around 10th level, I'll let them start working on making their own custom spells if they want. They have to go through a process, but they can do it. Makes it, and then that spell's in their spell book, and it's part of the game now. And sometimes maybe I had one time where a guy did that, and he sold the spell out to people. And eventually, he started running to people in the wild that had that spell. Right? So there's some cool stuff like that. But that's how campaign play. If you're going a one-shot route, then it's a lot different. You can't really think that far into it. Think about the immediate experience more. Less planning long-term, more short-term for one-shots. I've slowly been organizing all my house rules and systems. I expanded and tweaked the advantage system, and I'm thinking about getting Gary's XP. Yeah, Sparky, I get you on that. I don't do much with advantages. I do. I think in the house rules it says something about fighters getting something. And I'm not even sure if that's a good rule or not, because honestly, fighters at high level are just devastating, especially on lower hit dice creatures. You send a 50th level fighter into a village, it's going to be Conan just, wiping ass, right? Chuck, we need rules and mechanics to create new spells. Yeah, I know. I've got that on my list. And Kev, I got to talk to Steve about where we're going to go with the crafting book. Need to really decide whether he wants to put it all in there or if he wants to do a separate book for just magic. I like the idea of a magic book, but then again, I'm not sure if it would withstand by itself without being part of the crafting. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Donkey Juice says, so an interesting spell dilemma that came up is alter size. If you shrink, then you are put into a small space. Will you grow when the spell expires, or will it follow its ruling that you can only grow to fit the room? Oh, that's a good question. That could be dangerous. You know what I'm saying? That could be, I don't know. That's a good question about that. How would you guys think about that? I don't really have a lot of people cast that spell much at my table. I mean, I guess that really boils down to how you want to homebrew your campaign. You want that spell to work. Like in my game, Identify spell doesn't ever come up. It doesn't exist. Because I want them to try the potions and smell the potions and that kind of thing. The way I look at it is, and this might be wrong, but I figure if you're 5th level, you have an idea of what some of the magic is. If you're 10th level, you have a really good idea what the magic is. If you're 15th level, so the higher level you get, the less I'm concerned with you trying to detect, is this a healing potion or not? You know what I mean? It's just, I know you start bordering on the whole ideal of fantasy versus realism. And a lot of that, I just, what's the term? I just get rid of it. What's the term I'm looking for? Anyway, I just get rid of it. I ignore it, move on for time's sake, right? Wiping ass and smelling stinky fingers, interesting byline for fighters. I'm considering converting my Damphir from basic fantasy over to CNC to see how it will run. Throw in Codex Slavorum. Ooh, Winch Hunter class. That sounds sexy, O'Neill. Yeah, keep us in the loop of that in the streams or whatever. Omega says if you start running out of ideas for campaign, just kill off a post and start over. That's fair too. You can definitely do that, or just start a new one. The guys that's running through Offstrag with me right now, while they're about to go into Offstrag, they're on hiatus probably for a good year while we do including aid. And I wait for Steve to come out the Codex of Plains, because what I want to do is send them through Offstrag and then outward. That's going to be the high level big game, because they're already around 15th level in there. Some of them is 12th. We had an 18th level thief, but he died. But it's in that range. Donkey just says, let's see. Yes, you die horrible in a small space. Oh, there we go, Savage. The issue is it was in an enclosed extra dimensional space. Oh, rope trick. Well, that might be different, actually. Yeah, good point. We're running on CNC stream. Yeah, that's right. There we go. I like the idea of that. Just drink it and see what happens. Amen to that. That's what I like. This is probably the best answer. When I was 15, you could grow and get crushed by force of your head. Yeah, that's true. I missed Kothar's reply, but you get shunted out in their space where you can attain. Oh, okay. So, see, Jeremy does have a kind heart. He was not just going to kill them off because they're in a corner, right? Because nobody puts baby in a corner. And that was not that funny, but we'll move on. All right. I created a spell called Meld Magic that allows you to merge the powers of two similar magic weapons. Shield, armor to create one with powers of both. Boy, that's a crazy spell. That sounds cool. Yeah, that's wild, man. And I thought you were going the route of runes, like the rune magic and how you combine them to make stuff, but that's totally not what I was expecting. Meld magic and you combine weapons and shields. That could be, what would it be like a final form of what? Well, I mean, if you took two swords, would it still be, and one was a long sword and one was, let's say you had a long sword and a shield. How does that work? You create some new crazy weird weapon that's a shield and a sword, or is it just borrow the bonus from both and comes out of something new? I'm real curious about that. Donkey says, I will say the new rope trick from last version is probably my favorite spell. Get a free extra large bag of holding at level 3. Oh, look at you, Donkey, thinking things through. And that is absolutely 100% right. Except, unless you do rope trick around a being that can detect extra planar, extra dimensional spaces. And then if they get curious, they might loot your rope. Or even worse, can you imagine if you got some sort of extra planar creature that found your rope trick and nestled in it and hid in there? And then you go up in there trying to save yourself from some monster and it's in there and it starts eating on you? Oh my God. Woo! Good times. Comes out as a verbal rubber chicken of defense +3. So 2 weapons or 2 armor items or 2 shields. Oh, I see. You can't do mix and match. It has to be one of the same type of armor. That's still cool. I like that. That's really neat. That would require a pretty damn good blacksmith. That's all I can say. I will take 2 of those to give to my players. A purple rubber chicken. Man, I should have stuck one of those in Adventure's backpack and the trinkets. I never thought about a rubber chicken. That would have been awesome. That would have been hilarious, man. I did do Dr. Pepper in there, but I don't think rubber chicken would have been great. I don't know what I was thinking. Holy smokes, it's 10:20, folks. I have got to get these giveaways done and get back to work. Because we got another stream in 2 hours. Yeah, I'll be back here in 2 hours with you guys. Well, Davis and Steve will. I'll be working while they're streaming. But yeah, for sure. All right, so let's do the last call on the giveaways. If you've not gotten in on the giveaway and you want to, come over here to twitch.tv/TrollLordGames. Twitch.tv/TrollLordGames. Give us a follow. Experts point in the raffle. We'll get you in some codes. We're going to win some store codes today. And you can go back to your regular platform if you want, but we're going to end it up here in a minute anyway. We will be doing the giveaways in our Discord. That's where we give them away at. I've got a fellow by the name of Obsidian Risk who will be giving those away. And he'll have some instructions that pop up here in just a second. We'll read over with it. Let me get these last little bit of comments in here. Let's see. Oh, most of the people entering. Quacktastic. Oh, Mordrine. Really? Really? Store owner identify one was a heal minor wounds, other invisibility. Issued 5 will be extra for the portions and more to detail the portion effects. Well, players say the son and son and only heard the daughter. Yeah, well, that makes sense. That could be a downer. Oh Lord. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me to chat too, guys. Really, it's been great. All right, let's do these giveaways, and then I'm gonna get back to work. I've got to get emails answered today, and then I hope to dive into some more other backer kit fun. Woohoo! So yeah, I got to set up the backer kit for World Builders Archive, then turn around and do Adventure Spellbook and Act 1 on CZ because I want to be able to send out early PDFs to folks before we get the books back from the printers. But to do that, I need to set these things up earlier than later. That's what I'm going to be working on the next few weeks. So you'll see some stuff coming out about that. No, it's okay about writing a paragraph. It's cool, man. It's great. All right, let's get this done here. Let me find the giveaways. Let me find the giveaways, the giveaways, the giveaways. All right. Let's see who's going to be a winner. Closing them down. Okay. So I'm going to pick. Let's do 5 codes today. We'll do 5 $10 PDF codes today. All right. We'll do 5 of them. A link will pop up in the chat to our Discord. If you're not a member, you really need to check it out. I know some people don't like to use Discord, but it's a really great community, and we're all gamers over there, and no drama. So it's really cool. Other than Wolf alone, who gets a little crazy sometimes. We have to kind of watch him, but other than that, it's pretty safe. So, And Moga Gamut, look at him. 4-up longbow. Dude, I just had a crazy vision of an arrow literally just taking someone's head off. And he just keeps going. Bring message for you, sir. And the head saying that, right? Because it's a zombie. That would be great. Anyway. All right. Oh, and there's a link if you're curious about Castle Zagyg. We didn't talk that much about it. We should have probably. But there's a link if you want to go check it out. You haven't backed it yet. I remind everybody, complete your set. Because I don't know what's going to happen with the license and stuff. You never know. I don't want to say it's going away because it's not going away anytime soon, but you never know. But I really want to make sure everybody gets their 5 volumes on this. So remember, there's pay as you want, so you can spread it out over 4 payments. And we do have a bundle in there. If you didn't back the first one, you can get all of it if you want one. Still get all the stretch rewards. It's a very unusual backer kit crowdfunding campaign because I got a lot of weird add-ons in there, and I've got a lot of back stuff and everything else. So we'll see what we can get done with it. All right, Summer of Siege, Coop. That's right. All right, giveaways. So a link will pop up. Go to our Discord. Obsidian Risk will get you taken care of. All right, here we go. First winner is Tail Puller. A previous winner. Yes. Our next winner for a $10 PDF code is Laszlo Lessons. Fantastic. I think I called your name earlier. Congrats. There's the link for the Discord right there. Obsidian Risk will get you your code. He'll either reach out, or you can reach out to him either way, or ask one of us. Next winner is The Fine Line. Awesome. Congrats on that. Troll's Eye. Next up is Loquacious. Look at you winning. Congrats. And our final pull for this morning, but definitely not the least, because all you viewers are freaking awesome. All right. Is Death's Angel Shadow. Oh, Jeff. Congrats, Jeff. Congrats. There you go. All right. Congrats to all the winners. Excellent. We will be back in 2 hours on here for Stephen Davis. Come by, give them shit, win some giveaways again, and really hit them up with some AD&D questions. Guys, make them think about the games they grew up with. Make them think about AD&D. Because I'll be listening in. I want to hear some of this. All right? So thank you so much. Everybody have a fantastic weekend. I hope the weather's great. I hope you get some good gaming in. And just have a good, pleasant time. My thoughts and prayers goes out to everybody that you have a safe, wonderful weekend. And we'll catch you guys either later today or Monday. We'll be on around 3:30 or so for the first thing on Iconic. Not on this channel, but you just watch the webs. And then we'll have the game stream after that with Luke. And then the other stuff going on Tuesday and Wednesday. So lots coming up to the end of the campaign. Very exciting. All right, have a great weekend, guys. I'm going to shut and get out of here. You know what I should do? I never get a chance to do this much anymore. Let's just see. Yeah. I wanted to make sure. I'm going to rate him to Mike Moans because he rated me last time. I'm going to get him. So let's rate into Mike. You guys can watch some amazing mini painting. He's freaking great. I'm telling you. I really want to get him involved on the channel. He's been wanting to do something, Oh, thanks so much, Alexander. I appreciate it. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. It gives me a chance to get away from the drudgery of the keyboard, right? Anyways, we're out for this morning. Thank you so much. Go give Mike a follow. He's a great guy and pretty hilarious. He's watching some sort of, it looks like they're attacking Yetis video. I don't know, but he's doing painting as well. But he's doing something funny. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody, and have a great, great weekend. Trolls up!